Alright, so welcome to the first episode of Coffee Regular.
Episode 1.
Episode 1. We got some coffee. It's hidden. This is what we're drinking today. It's a beautiful little mixture. Coffee press is back here. And today, I just want to open up with a little story. It's a story about, it's an observation of a story. Of a movie, in fact, called Berry Gordy's The Last Dragon. Now, this is a movie I saw when I was 5 years old. So it has shaped the entirety of my life and very much how I view, martial arts definitely. Life, probably a lot. Yeah, I'm weird. But, and it's a story about a particular character. Now everyone knows Last Dragon, Bruce Leroy, trying to get the glow, fighting Sho'nuff, all that. But no one pays any attention to these subplots of this film. There are quite a few good ones. But my favorite is with a character named Johnny. Now, Johnny is Bruce Leroy's main student, but he's a complete buffoon. He's the class clown, he's the look and the sound, and everything that he does, it looks like he has no clue and he's going to suck. And then at the end, during the fight scene where Leroy's students come in and save him, he's in the middle of all the bad guys, and he has nunchucks, and suddenly the nunchucks work. Out of nowhere. It's magical, magical.
What is it, though? Is it out of nowhere?
No, it's not out of nowhere. Because if you watch that movie and pay attention, every scene that takes place in Leroy's school, Johnny's there. Even when Leroy's not there, Johnny's there. He is 100% always at the school training. So today what we're talking about is being consistent and trusting the process. And that is possibly my favorite example of such a thing. And I'm Mike, and this is Mike.
Also Mike.
Yeah, we're everywhere.
This is Coffee Regular, so get used to it.
Yep, and we're going to drink coffee while we chat about it.
The time has come for the coffee.
So before we began recording, we were talking about training, and you were thinking about competing.
Yes.
So
last time I competed was the Fight to Win deal.
That was awesome. When you couldn't stop moving.
Oh yeah, it's too much fun.
So
thank you, appreciate you. So yeah, thinking something maybe November, December, before my birthday, before the holidays.
Yeah.
Get some all that in before we wrap it up for the year. But next year, I'm already thinking next year, and I want to compete probably like once a month next year at least, pretty considerably. So
that's cool. I mean, you're this close to famous. You're so close to being in Jiu-Jitsu magazine.
You never know.
So close.
It's one match or one something away. You never know.
Yeah, it could happen. It's what we want.
Yeah. But here we go. Just cheers it up. Boom.
Come back.
Coffee Regular.
I love the blend.
Yeah. This is the front porch, right?
Two Roasting Joes. Yeah, we got front porch.
Yeah.
And we got a little 1277 Mile Express. This is a dark roast. This is a medium roast. I put them together sometimes.
And this is your homie's coffee company, right?
Yes, my dude. This is my farmer's market guy. I will post a link to his wonderful, beautiful website.
Support local coffee and local jiu-jitsu.
Yes, local all the way. Tastes better.
Yeah, always goes down smooth.
Yeah, it's better to be choked by your friends.
Yeah, it is.
In my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, that's how we make friends after a certain period of time. I mean, you spend enough time in the gym.
That's the only way I can make friends anymore.
By fighting them a little bit.
Yeah, by fighting them. That's it. We talk about being consistent and trusting the process. I think I was so consistent with my training and trusting of it as a kid that that's all I know how to do. It's the only space I know how to succeed in.
Yeah.
I've gotten everything in life.
Yeah. No, I feel that, that's the same thing. I just released that little piece, the Submit the Statement piece.
Yeah.
It was always just a constant thing that I was doing, whether it was negative and I was just responding by training or positive energy and I was putting it into training.
Yeah.
I was consistent one way or another.
Training's always the response.
Yeah.
It's conditioned into you.
Which is nice, I suppose. It could have been other things.
Yeah.
It
could have been
freaking drugs or whatever, but...
Yeah, we all have friends that, it was other things and we've seen what happened and it's not good.
The choices that I made, and some people looked at me and were like, what the fuck are you doing?
Why
are you doing this? But then I'm like, One day. Then in my head, the entire time, I'm like, trust the process.
It's going to pay off.
Trust the process. Stick to the path.
Now,
consistency of that.
That reminds me of Kingdom.
Yeah, Kingdom.
I let you borrow my DVDs, and that was the one thing I was like, you're going to identify with this. And that's what I was thinking of that whole first season when he's like, trust the process. Just, you're going to get it. Just trust. And then,
Then he was fine.
And he ended up being okay. I mean, okay for that show.
Right.
That's a messed up show.
That show is like Shameless plus fighting plus worse stuff. Like,
yes.
I've
never seen Shameless, but
Shameless is pretty like irreverent and nuts, but like this show is like a darker Shameless. Shameless is pretty dark, but like
Kingdom's dark, man. Yeah. It's bad dark, but
it's also hilarious.
Yeah, it's a great show, but I think if you train, and especially if you train and you fight and you like it, there's so much to identify with in a show like that. It does relate to
the little things, the little details they did.
Yeah, like, the little details were so good.
You see him like walk into the kitchen and make like a milk, shake, and like that's it.
Had my protein shake this morning. Yeah.
It's just it's funny. Like you're like, oh shit, I've done that. Like,
everything with training. Oh shit, I've done that.
Or just like sleeping, or like sleeping in weird places.
Or the like not doing stuff with normal people.
Yeah.
Like, how many relationships do you have that fell apart because you love training?
All of them.
All of them. Yeah, exactly. It's positive, I swear.
Yeah, no, it's perfect.
No, so much of it's perfect.
It's the way it should have been.
But yeah, and I mean, just getting after it, regardless. I don't know the keys for you as far as way to be consistent. I mean, trusting the process is almost a spiritual thing.
Yeah.
But to be consistent is very much practical, and very much something you have to be able to do.
Yeah.
So I mean, for you, what do you do? What do you got?
Coming up, it was always like being consistent was being more consistent than my opponent, or being more consistent than just a nameless, shapeless being. I got to be more consistent than this, or I got to be more consistent than that. Like, so I guess it was just that sort of just knowing that there's always going to be someone more consistent than you, so you got to be as consistent as possible.
Someone's always training to kick your ass.
Yeah, exactly. Or someone's always going to have your number, something like that. Like, so it didn't matter if it was like a specific opponent, a specific thing. It was just this formless, shapeless person or being, or it was a generic opponent.
It's just,
you know what I mean? Like,
someone's going to be there and they're going to show up.
Exactly.
And that do what I got to do.
Yeah, and that was easier for me to, I guess, quantify and put that into training, and just like make my training more enclosed and compartmentalized, I guess, than being like, I need to study tapes and this and that. Like, I just wanted to train to beat everybody.
Well, I think you're just barely old enough to have not had access to tape.
Yeah.
It's easy to study tape now.
Right.
YouTube is a beautiful thing. Yeah. I really only use it for educational purposes. It's sad. I don't even watch people do dumb shit. I just like, that video. Or I was just listening to a podcast before we did this. And like in my day, like I lived before the internet. And then before the internet was useful. Because back when 28.8 modems and like email, cool, picture.
Yeah.
I'll see you in an hour when it's done loading.
I remember this computer in my grandparents' basement where you could only word process. Like, it was only the yellow cursor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Old school.
Yeah, so it was, studying tape wasn't as big of a, like, it was, if you could get your hands on tape, it was amazing.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so.
Now, I mean, it's like everyone puts their own highlight reel out in 10 seconds, so I mean.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's fine.
I freaking love it as a fan.
I'm notoriously terrible at it, just getting my matches filmed and like getting stuff up. Like, I'm terrible at it, but.
Yeah.
And then I always bitch at myself like years later when I need it.
Wish I would have done that. I wanted to see that.
I need film or something.
Yeah. I used to have some tape of me, and then the tape is dead. It's old. It was actually a tape.
So like the tape probably disintegrated.
Yeah, it's done. It's dead. I still have the tape. I can't let it go, but I know it doesn't work.
Yeah.
But
yeah, like that was. Well, what about you? Like, what was your path to consistency? Like, that's the thing. Is there like a path to consistency? Consistency is like, any discipline. It's hard.
I think from a discipline perspective, a lot of example of my godparents were really on point people, especially my godmother, who she's a person that could get up at 4:30 in the morning with no alarm clock, which I also am. If I don't need an alarm clock, I can get up whenever I want. But a lot of that comes from her. And I mean, from my mom, just she's a very hard-working human being. And then just kind of in me, I'm weird. I'm very extreme on ends.
Mm-hmm.
On one end, I'm really laid back and really just don't give a fuck about anything. On the other hand, I'm 15 minutes early for everything. You see, even when I get ready in the morning, it's 100% like a routine, a real chill out routine, and don't really care what's happening, but we just do a routine. And me and my daughter, like, we just kind of have it. And
You're just in the flow.
yeah, we just flow. And so it just kind of worked for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, I saw Rocky when I was 7, and my front yard looked like Siberia. So that was always like, okay, that's how you train. Okay. That's what I got to do. I got a big rock I'm going to lift up for a while, and then I'm going to run up and down this hill, and I'm going to hit this thing, and see if I can get one of my siblings to let me carry him for a while.
You're good.
Yeah, we're fine.
That's training.
So like those, I opened with a movie reference. It's not going to be the last time that happens.
Oh God, no.
Oh,
Probably
no.
a lot of movie references, really.
I'm dropping them right now.
I communicate and
I communicate movie references.
movie references.
But yeah, I was sort of raised by 80s kung fu movies. So that's where my mind goes. And I mean, talk about studying tape. I used to be tape. I love movies with training scenes exactly for that reason.
Yeah.
I mean, just copy them.
Every movie has like the montage. Everyone loves a montage scene.
Yeah, man.
Solid training montage.
Yeah.
Go back to Rocky.
Best part.
Any training montage in the Rocky movies, you're like, fuck yeah.
I mean, yeah, anyone's good. They're
Remember
all
Best of the Best?
Oh, that's
that
right
movie.
over there.
I love that movie.
I grew up doing Taekwondo, dude. So that's like that's our movie.
It's just like Vision Quest for wrestlers.
Yes.
Best of the Best for Taekwondo.
Yeah, Rocky for boxers,
Rocky
or
for
pretty
boxers.
much anybody.
For anyone.
Anybody, yeah, but that's their movie.
And now I'm trying to think, what else is there? For jiu-jitsu, is there anything like a movie?
Red belt is about as close as you've blatantly gotten, and it's really actually it hates jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, it's under
it hates competition. I love that movie.
It's
though.
under the table.
Yeah, but there hasn't been a real good blatant one. There needs to be. Yeah. There needs to be, definitely. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, a non-documentary style.
No, like Vision Quest or Best of the Best, kind of like just straight up.
Just pick a story.
Pick a story. Have some great fight scenes in it.
Yeah.
People wearing gis.
Yep.
You're set. Inspiration.
Yeah, and I would say like jiu-jitsu it's been made fun of in like sitcoms and stuff because like,
which is a good thing.
Yeah, it's great.
If it pops up, like
it's there.
That's the Weird Al effect, man. If Weird Al parodied your song, you knew you made it.
Mm-hmm.
If your martial arts gets made fun of in a cartoon,
you're good.
You're good. You're on point. Yeah. So that's cool.
There's a lot of references in like The Simpsons. You're starting to see
climb between my legs and feel my fury.
Yes,
yeah, that one.
Step into my guard kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. It's coming around.
But yeah, like consistency is just easier with training. I mean,
it is to drop into a schedule.
Yeah.
Like I trained this morning. But today I actually changed it up. I'm starting a new phase. And so I did day 1 of my new phase. And my training phases are, I write it all down, I follow the format, I fit it into my schedule. It's nothing too big, nothing too small, but it's there. Always. I don't know, for me now, I think it's just a habit. But, I don't know, before being consistent was a habit. What did you struggle with? Did you ever struggle with anything, or is it just a thing for you?
It's been a thing, but it's never been as productive as it has been, I guess.
Okay, just got better about it over time.
It's gotten better, and that's, I suppose, could be jiu-jitsu just over time, helping me get more efficient at things in general, and helping my mind.
Gives you an opportunity to get more efficient.
Yeah, exactly, and just like I don't know why, I just wanted to do things a very specific way, and then if that wasn't that way, I'd walk away from it. Jiu-jitsu lets you fail and then try again. You fail, whatever. Like
I think having I don't know. I'm very prejudiced in the fact that I think everyone should do a martial art that spars.
Oh yeah.
On a regular basis.
Yeah.
I mean everybody from the time you're a child, you should put at least 10 years into something like this.
Yeah.
Because it creates those opportunities to fail and to adapt and to be stuck in a rigid structure and then have the rigid structure be broken and then you have to rebuild it and put it back in, and it's an opportunity. but it's an opportunity with real consequences.
Yeah.
It's not like a video game where I just respawn somewhere. It's you respawn may involve a cast and having to train with that cast on for the next couple months.
True.
You know?
Or you're walking funny. Or,
I mean, kind of permanently. Or,
Yeah.
And so I like it's chess with consequences. But if you love the game, it's a game you play constantly.
Yeah.
And so then you keep getting better at it, keep seeing it in new ways, keep absorbing different things, meeting new people, all that.
And you realize you process information differently, like different times. So like you could get the same bit of information at one point, be like, okay, yeah, it means this, and then later on
you revisit it.
Yeah, totally different.
I was
like jujitsu's nuts like that.
I was teaching a private lesson with one of my my highest ranking student, man. He's been with me since 04. And we've been revisiting old things. And I was teaching him about front kicks. And we were coming back to front kicks. And I was like, I never thought about that. As I'm saying it, like, that's the simplest damn thing you can do. And I've been doing it for my whole life. And I'm like, yeah. You know, and I mean, for me, jiu-jitsu provided that from a white belt standpoint.
Right.
I needed to be a white belt again, and it was gifted to me, and like the universe threw you in my lap. Yeah.
Go do it.
So then it's like I get to see everything as a white belt again.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the process, though. That's got to trust the process, and I think the process is a bit circular if you keep with it.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
I mean, it's. I saw a funny meme that, I don't know, what, who posted it, but it was about jiu-jitsu and it was meaning of belts. And the red belt was submit people with whatever stupid shit you want. Because white belt was do stupid shit.
Yeah.
And then red belt was submit people with whatever stupid shit you feel like.
Yep.
You know, and it comes back around. It's just, okay, that's, stupid shit you did as a white belt. Now you know how it works.
Yeah.
And you just do it because you feel like it.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen like those types of things, but like just the way you envision things, like just recently I was at a seminar, like that seminar in like North Carolina.
Oh, that one? Yeah.
And they had people, from all different backgrounds and different martial arts, different disciplines.
That had to have been quite the crew, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not even martial arts, like some just like background, just like tough dudes.
Yeah.
Which is cool, but just whenever basic like mount escapes.
Yeah.
Stuff that I've done a lot of and taught a lot of, but just having to sit down and like listen to someone else explain it and like why they're reasoning for it,
their
this and
reasoning
that,
behind
like,
it. Yeah.
and like they said like one different thing, but that one different thing can make a huge amount of difference.
Open all kinds of doors, yeah.
Yep. And like and sometimes that doesn't even necessarily have to pertain to what is being talked about in that instance. Like it wasn't for mount, like we were doing mount.
That's why.
But we did something else that like connected my dots elsewhere for me.
Lateral thinking is awesome, isn't it?
Neat.
Yeah.
But the only thing that stops that from happening ever in jiu-jitsu is your ego.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, ego. Period.
Yeah.
And that's a trap. I don't know if everyone falls into it or if you need to fall into it. But coming back to why you have to do a martial art that spars. Is because if you fall into the ego trap, someone's going to beat that ego out of you.
Exactly.
You're always going to run into somebody, no matter what.
Yeah.
And it could be in the simplest of ways. It doesn't have to be like a flat-out just annihilation. You can just get shut down.
Mm-hmm. They stop everything that you do. Like, just enough. Like,
just enough. Or just say something, and you're like, And
so that, I guess that reaction is what I just didn't want to have. And that's like why... jiu-jitsu is where it's at.
Well, yeah, and it keeps you, I mean, it almost forces you to be open-minded.
Yeah.
It's nice.
It's more literal with, like, a striking art, because, like, it
is.
literally
It's
beating
striking
out of
arts.
you. But
Yeah, literally. Jiu-jitsu's nice like that, and that's what I do love about it, is it's, I can revisit all those lessons, but not revisit all those emergency room trips.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
you can learn what you need to learn about yourself without dying.
Yeah.
Because, like, like, what's the classic, like, how much you know about yourself until you're punched in the face, or, the Fight Club deal.
Yeah.
How much? Like, how much do you know?
You don't know anything, really.
Exactly. So.
Yeah, that movie came out 99. It was a beautiful 98, 99 was an absolutely amazing time for movies, by the way. You were too young to know the awesomeness. But
Yeah.
no, man, I was in college, and I was the narrator. Now, Fight Club movie reference, they never say his name. His name's not Jack. Jack's just the articles that he reads. And that book is awesome. I highly recommend the book. But yeah, it's like I was nameless, faceless nobody during the day, and then I was just fighting freaking people all night.
Yeah.
And then the third thing is I was actually Van Wilder as well at work, which was awesome. Yeah, that's my life. That's pretty much, yeah. Last Dragon, Van Wilder, Fight Club.
Yeah. Wrap it up right there. That's
there you go. You got it. But it spoke to me, man. And, you know, a sort of a twisted version of trusting the process of the outcome that you want. And that's why that can get twisted. I mean, as someone who's competed, and we've talked about this, it's sort of a basis of our friendship of sometimes how competition gets bad.
Yeah.
Obsession.
Yeah.
You know,
that turns into like just this mental negativity, and then it turns it into just weird.
Yeah.
Like obviously it makes it not fun.
Not fun, but oddly enough, consistency's still there. Even when it's not fun, you're training.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I'm going to come out of this, or I'm going to get better, or whatever goal happens to be in your brain at the time, and you trust it.
Yeah, it becomes its own blanket because you're like, oh, I have my training. I have my...
Yeah. Training's always going to be there for you, no matter what.
Yeah, exactly.
No matter what happens in life.
You can be like, all right, I'm done. I'm going to go train.
Yeah, I can go train, and life is good.
And that's what, like, I was trying to do, as a kid without realizing it. I was just like, oh, shit, feel weird, got to train. Like,
gotta work it out. Gotta sweat it out. It'll be fine.
Pretty much.
Yeah. No, and it's very sort of self-therapy sometimes like that. No, even if you don't know it. Like some also.
I'm okay right now. Thank you. Appreciate you.
No worries.
But yeah, like, I can't tell you, like, number of people that I've seen start jiu-jitsu and, like, face themselves before they're facing them, Oh,
that's what it's all about, though. Yeah. You gotta face yourself.
Gotta face your shit.
I think for me, that's been the funnest part of, I hadn't had that opportunity in a long time, to really have to be confronted by my own demons while being smashed by somebody that I possibly was annoyed by, or really liked, or
it's weird. It's jiu-jitsu has a very strange way of like getting in your head and then like switching on your emotions too. Like
yeah, and then, like, but you're forced to deal with it because if it's in the moment and someone's trying to rip your arm off, and you're having some sort of emotional reaction to that, it's okay, do I choose the arm or do I choose the emotion?
Yeah.
Like I don't want the arm to fall off. So
it becomes pretty clear.
Yeah, it becomes very clear. Or, I mean, yeah, then you either pay for it or you don't.
Yeah. Yes. Or like you might feel like you want to die inside, but you're stone faced. They might get off.
Know. Yeah.
They might get off in a second before you pass out, and then you're still surviving. Like sometimes it comes down to split seconds.
Yeah, and you can say I was just trying to wear you out.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Sure.
Total strategy, exactly. They don't know.
No.
But yeah, like, getting smashed in particularly is a good example. Like, who wants to show up day after day and get smashed? Nobody. But the ones who do eventually get used to it.
Eventually get better.
And it's Johnny. They show up, they get smashed. They show up, get smashed.
Show up, get smashed.
When it's game time, they're not getting smashed.
Yeah,
hopefully.
Game time, it's on. You're good.
Yeah.
Because you kept showing up. And it's the Forrest Griffin method of getting a championship. Keep showing up and you'll eventually stop sucking.
And that's what he did.
And it worked for him.
Yeah.
And now he has that cush job at the UFC PI.
So he's good.
He's freaking awesome. He actually helped design that place.
Good for him.
He really did.
That's legit.
Went on a tour of a bunch of different schools and got the UFC to pay for it. And then helped design the PI and what everyone needs. And continues to help counsel everyone in the proper coaching of needs of athletes.
That's sweet, actually.
And still has the same irreverent ass sense of humor and does not take himself seriously at all.
So he's got him somewhere.
He's a freaking Buddha, dude. Yeah.
That's legit.
That's enlightenment.
Super cool.
Oh.
Why'd you do that?
I don't know. But that's a funny spot to freeze. I want that picture.
That's a solid spot. Solid capture.
Alright, so let's see. Let's see what happens. Fuck. Alright, well, our podcast remains pod. Nope. We quit unexpectedly. Reopen. Yeah, it's done, bro.
Bitches.
I'm gonna have to get a camera, man. Nope. No luck.
Jerks.
Yeah. Me and my brand new thing, it was working so well.
It was.
It was, it's doing good. Well,
So got backup audio.
backup audio.
That didn't save anywhere or anything?
No, it died completely. Suck, dude.
Whack.
Hey, man. We're talking about being consistent, trusting a process. You fail. We were just talking about failure.
Yeah. They were paying out.
It failed. The computer just failed.
Yeah, doesn't matter though. It's the third time you tried it, right?
Yeah, it is.
Matter,
That's all right. I'm learning something every time.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little bit better.
Yeah.
Oh.
Getting more reps in front of the camera. Because that's weird in itself.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's true.
it's a weird thing.
So I feel like this is our best shot.
Mm-hmm.
You feeling good about it?
Hmm?
Yeah, me too. It's been a good one.
I feel like, even, because, the first one was...
Oh, we had to figure it out, man.
Yeah.
You have
that's
to
the thing.
dive
We just
in.
needed, a dry run.
Yeah, you need to do it. It's like the first time you spar. The first time you jump in class and you have to put your uniform on, you don't know how to tie your belt, and...
Same thing.
That's what it is.
Freaking... the first video I made, when I started making videos, of techniques or anything, I hated doing those because they're so weird.
Yeah.
Then I got better at them, and I actually kind of like doing them now. So.
Yeah, they're pretty good, man.
It's
I like your
grown.
videos.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
It's taken a long time, and they still are. They'll probably change all the time. I'll probably never be happy with them. So.
Well, that's
different.
That's part of the. I don't know. That's part of the process.
Yeah.
That's part of being consistent, is knowing that it's going to change all the time.
Yeah.
There's always ways to improve.
And that's the thing. I just needed earlier on, in my life, I just needed someone to tell me that it was okay to fuck up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Jiu-jitsu told you, but no one else did.
Exactly. Then I was like, oh,
you didn't
the
listen.
world didn't burn. All right, I got it.
Marshmallows.
This out.
Yeah, it's
Not
cool.
terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, we're going to get the video thing.
Yeah, the video thing will work out.
But
it's better audio for sure. We can put
no.
same front, all the graphics and stuff you put on.
Yeah.
It still
Did
works.
you dig that test run?
Yeah, that was good.
Was it cool?
I like that for sure.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I meant to ask you about it. So for all our listeners, the run you'll probably never see.
Right.
I did another version. I did a version of this on YouTube, which will pop up now too. But there's an earlier version, and I sent it to Mike, and I said, "What do you think?"
We were both like,
Yeah.
so.
But being consistent, we're trusting the process. You got to show up and fail.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
You got to actually do it to know what you need to do.
Yep.
And it works.
Yeah.
It's all good.
And that's the thing, you can sit there and speculate on how to do it all day. Just go out and do it, see what happens.
Yeah, seriously.
And make adjustments.
You can only plan so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the part of my brain that's okay, you can only plan so much before executing. It's the name of the game, execution. Really, at the end of the day.
One day you just got to show up and do it. Yeah. Got to make it happen.
Stay consistent that way.
Well, but I think, being consistent teaches you that. Because you still got to show up the next day and train.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to break the cycle.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this screwed up, but we're still here talking. And
don't matter.
This is a better podcast. I like this one.
Yeah.
And
content's better.
We'll put it up and it'll be good.
Yeah.
So.
Coffee regular.
It's
going to get way more refined. It's going to... It's all going to be good. It's all going to have its own flavor, It's going to be just like a different roast coffee every time.
Yeah, definitely. And it really is going to be different roast coffee every time. I'm really working on that. It's going to be amazing.
It's gonna catch on.
But I'm also gonna not have this cough at some point.
Coffee.
Fall in Ohio.
Yeah. For real. It'll be winter tomorrow and summer the next day.
It's nice out right now.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
It is nice.
But, okay, so, as far as consistency in the process go, you're very much on the other end of it now. You're showing people the way. What do you see in others? Like, different people, the way they, and, everyone's consistent in the way they can be. If they're consistent, it's all different for everyone. What are you seeing as a teacher?
People think they got stuff way earlier than they got it.
Is it nice to be on that end of it now? Because we were there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just look back and I'm like, holy shit, you just don't got it. Like,
no, you just didn't.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And is it fun to see people that don't are they cool about it? I mean, you have people that are cool about it. Some people that are frustrated by it.
Yeah. You have your mixture.
Oh.
Some people are just clueless, and as you tell them, they're like, "What? Like, no way. Like, I'm good. Like, but it's every reaction is nice too. I mean, sometimes people are receptive of it and they're like, "Oh yeah, true. I got to change up," or
Mm-hmm.
or they're just adverse and they're like, "I'm gonna keep doing this." Like, all right, like, that's fine.
Keep doing it.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
it'll help. But yeah, as a teacher, it's funny. But like, that's the thing. I couldn't ask people to be as consistent as I was, or couldn't ask people.
No.
Nor would I want them to be. Like, it was weird.
Yeah. No. I mean,
I want people to have a life.
I've never been able to ask people that. I know how much I've trained in my life and how much it took over my life in many ways, but the level of consistency, I've never asked anyone else to do it. And
It's got to be voluntary.
You're one of the few people I've been able to talk to about it, because you have it too. But you have it. No one forced you to do it, or maybe they tried and you just kept doing it anyway.
Yeah.
But I can't put it on people. I want to. I see people in my life that would really benefit from it.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
But
that's the thing. It's funny because I've coached other people and can coach people distant and do it to other people, but people inside or certain people
you just can't.
It's not there. Yeah.
It's the age old adage of you never listen to your parents, even though they know you the best. They freaking made you. I fully believe that world peace will be achieved by the very first generation that listens to their parents.
Yeah, probably. Flat
out, just, okay, cool, I get it. And then, bam.
Everything's different.
No one makes the same mistakes again.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. History repeats itself. It does. And everyone...
We're about to hit the roaring 20s, bro.
So, exactly. But, yeah, it's oh, I'm not going to do the same mistake my dad made or whatever. You're going to make the same mistake.
And here we are.
Like
shit.
So, but just in maybe a different way, or in that same moment of intention of trying not to do something, you end up doing it anyway, or something worse, or
Yeah, I think that I don't know. It's what happens when you don't trust the process. Because
if you question it,
if you question it too much, it's one thing that questioning's good, but I don't know.
Question without executing.
Yeah, question that or you try to execute something and it doesn't work, and then someone tells you how to fix it and you still don't do it, or stuff like that. I think that can be confused. That's consistent in a bad direction.
Yeah, that's on you.
Yeah, and training and jiu-jitsu is a really good example of an art that helps you realize that without breaking you. Literally, actually breaking a body part. Mm-hmm. It can break you mentally for sure. Which is good, but it can show you that, okay, butt your head against this brick wall, you're never getting through it. No matter how much you want, you're doing it wrong. And then you finally listen, and it's always simple. You're a big fan of wedges. You show me wedges all the time.
Yeah, love some wedges.
Put the wedge here. That's it. There you go.
Yep.
That's nice. Yeah.
Simplify it to shapes and blocks, and back to square one.
Keep it simple, and there you go.
Yeah.
And that's funny. Talk about keeping it simple. I was watching my daughter's jiu-jitsu teacher. Before class, while everyone's warming up, sometimes we sit and talk. And because I can't train right now, I'm coming back next week. Coming back. But we were watching a video of him at a tournament. And he's a world champion. He's freaking crazy good. But he kept doing stuff he just taught in the kids' class. And then he did something that he was teaching that night in the adult class. And I was watching, and I was like, oh, someone took the kids' class. And he just looked at me and like laughed, like, yeah.
Yeah.
And I like, but I don't know if it clicked in his head how much I appreciated that. We're talking about bringing it back to simplicity and being consistent and being able to boil things down. And, you know, I love a person that teaches what they do.
Yeah.
I know. And I mean, watching you fight, I saw, even in that fight to win your latest one, I saw so many things you had done in class, lessons you had taught, you know, things you had talked about and worked on. I saw some of them succeed. I saw some of them fail. I saw, you know, you had a smile on your face the whole time, and it was like, yeah, I trained with that guy. We worked on all that. You know,
it's nice to see it in action. It's nice to see it live.
Yeah.
Like,
it's nice to see that, hey, that worked.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
and that's maybe coming up was part of my issue because like I had that coach who never competed or whatever.
Oh, so it's all imaginary.
It's like, maybe, yeah. It was all up in the air. So yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, you just practice what you preach and do it.
Yeah,
and find out if it works one way or another.
And it's a very pure form of when I was growing up and being taught how to teach. One of the things my teacher would say, and she would always tell me that, you know, people do what you do, not what you say. Mm-hmm. And you know, I've had pretty much every teacher I've ever talked to has told me that, especially within a physical realm. Anyone who teaches something physical where your body actually has to move, they've all told me that same thing. People do what you do, not what you say. Yep. So get your shit right. Yeah. You have to do it right. You have to demonstrate it right. Even if you say it wrong or screw it up, if you're doing it correctly,
you gotta show it right.
You're good. Yeah. And I don't know, like when I watch, you know, like you compete, you know, it's, oh, yeah, I see what he's doing. Oh, you got the knee. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, cool. That's exactly what
That's
he's
supposed to do.
Yeah, it works. Neat.
And yeah, that's the thing. Like a lot of instructors can tell you till they're blue in the face, but like, gotta see it live, gotta see it go. You know,
It's nice to have a teacher that will get out there, and even if they don't compete, like in tournaments, they get out there and spar their students.
Yeah,
and especially one that's willing to lose to their students.
Yeah,
I think it's a spectacular thing.
Gotta.
I had a coach for a long time who he wasn't necessarily willing to lose to any of us, and it was so funny because then he would tell stories of his coach that did the same crap, and that's why he left him. And then he would do it.
Yeah.
And
he's projecting it.
Yeah, I was like, weird, man.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, and I saw where it held us back, it held him back. And I've seen plenty of teachers that do this. They still want to be the best in the room, so they only give you so much. You know, and now, I mean, I don't know, by the time I was in my early 20s, mid 20s, I stopped drinking the Kool-Aid. And so I'm such a smart ass, I would just mess with people. I would ask just the right question or do just the right thing to like piss them off and show everyone in the room that like the next step. Ha! Ha! There's more! Ha! Yeah.
There's more!
Yeah, see, it's right here! Yeah. And that's the whole fun, like, break the cult mentality.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is a little bit off topic though.
Yeah,
that's a story for another day.
Could be.
But I don't know. The reason I'm able to do that though is because I just trained. Yeah. And you put the time in, and you really sit with stuff. You kind of go down the rabbit hole, and you start to see the strings that control the system, and you start to understand the steps. Like one of my fun things with jiu-jitsu is I can, especially with you, you're very concise when you teach, and so I can always tell what the next steps are, and I can tell that I don't know how to do them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know where you're going with this. No, I can't do it. I just know where you're going.
I see it.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah, but yeah, can you just show me anyway?
Yeah.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Yeah.
But well, I don't know if you
I've had so many teachers, like some that have been very concise and then some that have just like beat the technique into you, or yell at you until you get it. Or,
submit you until you understand how you're being submitted.
pretty much. Unreasonable. Or just not how I learn, I guess.
Yeah. Or is it how you learn?
Maybe,
you learn some stuff that way.
Yeah, some stuff, and I mean, others not necessarily, but then as just like a teacher or team leadery type-ish person, you can't apply that to everybody. Like, you know what I mean?
No, you got to adjust.
Yeah, you got to know your audience. Yeah, I mean,
and that's that comes from, learning yourself.
Yeah.
Of being with it every day. Big chunk of that, and then being with other people every day, especially as the sparring thing comes back. Of you can see how different people apply the same thing. The emphasis might be, they put the emphasis on a different syllable, or someone uses their weight more, or someone uses their movement more. It's still an armbar.
Yeah,
whatever.
I like to see how people's reactions to pressure and like people's reactions to bad things in jiu-jitsu, because that's where you start to see how they handle things in real life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
some people freak out, some people give up, some people just wait patiently.
Yeah.
Let it pass.
Yeah.
It'll pass. You're okay.
And that, again, that's one of the hardest things to like get people to do, is like, let it pass.
Yeah, let it pass.
Or identify when it'll pass and like not just sit there anymore,
Yeah, the trusting, and like, you're getting good. And I don't know, I knew I was getting better when I could tell. If I went left, you hit me with that. If I go right, you hit me with that. Then you expose me to the, there's 4 other options here.
Identify. And identification is the first step, but
you got to know what you're listening to, right?
Yeah. Somebody does.
Yeah, someone's figuring it out. But I don't know. I got one more question. One more I can think of as far as trusting the process goes. Now, everything we talked about the process has all been internal. All right, so we're trusting ourselves to get better. We're trusting ourselves to learn, right? Through repeated failure, through repeated success. But the aspect of the process in terms of jiu-jitsu is it's not about what you know, it's about what you can do. And that brings us to partners. They're part of the process too. So trusting yourself with a partner, trusting a partner with you, knowing, some people go a little too hard, some people go a little too soft, some people are just right. It's a very Goldilocks thing, but Goldilocks has to eat every bowl of porridge, not just the one she likes. And so, I don't know, what are your thoughts on that?
You can't control outside sources. You can't control your partners, So like it has to always come back to, you have to have been disciplined and consistent enough to know how to handle a situation where you don't have control like that. So you have to be able to consistently hold half guard, consistently sweep, consistently do this, whatever. Like, it doesn't necessarily matter. Like, let's say like a good example, like you get hit with, say like an Americana like 7 times in a row.
Yeah.
Eventually they're going to start to pick up on it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you have to change that pattern a little bit. You can't just keep throwing the same thing, hoping, the definition of insanity is...
Yeah, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result.
Expecting that result to change.
Yeah. It's the legal definition, by the way.
Right.
Insanity is technically not a thing.
Right.
But
legally.
Only legally. Yeah.
But yeah, just in jiu-jitsu, there's just always that immediate feedback to it, and it comes back to like the sparring thing. Just there's that immediate feedback to that immediate response, to that immediate action. So
I get you.
So
for me, I like to memorize people's games.
Yeah.
It's something I've always done. I don't know if it's just a natural thing. I just observe movement and patterns well or what. But I'll joke with people about what they're going to do. And sometimes it is just because I'm trying to be funny. And sometimes I'm trying to get them to not do it. It's a strategy thing for me. But and sometimes it pisses people off. And sometimes they think it's really funny because they're like, yes, that's what I was going to do, you jerk. Yeah. But I don't know, for me, if I'm trusting the process as far as other people go, that would be my protection mechanism. I memorize everybody so I know what I'm getting into.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm going with the guy that's going to try to break my arm and say that that's just your day, I'm okay with that. Or I'm going with my friend who would rather tell me stories while we roll, which I love the stories, and so I'm okay with that. Two opposite ends of the spectrum, but can I get better within each of those?
Yeah,
it's always some way to improve, no matter what you're doing.
Yeah, either, and that's the thing. Like that's what makes jiu-jitsu cool. Is like you can work with that. You can work with both energies. You can work with a vast variety of energies and backgrounds and how people are feeling that day. Like, but again, it comes back to you. Like, you have to be self-aware enough to be able to deal with it too, and that comes with training.
Yeah, and just you got to train. You got to be consistent. Just keep showing up, and then you become self-aware. And
weirdly enough,
Skynet is born.
Yeah, pretty much. And then you're on a government list somewhere because they don't want you to know the truth. Like,
yeah, it's possible. We're winding down, man.
Yeah.
Feeling good?
Yeah, I feel good about it.
I feel happy too. I like this one.
This one's better than the first one for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Entirely.
Yeah. So maybe one day we'll let you hear that. But
we'll have a bloopers reel one day.
Yeah, do the bloopers reel. It'd be cool. So we've come to the end.
Yeah.
And be sure to listen next time. Same coffee channel, same coffee time.
Get some video kicking some point.
Yeah, we're going to do the video, and it's going to be cool.
Listen to our silky smooth voices for now.
Yeah, and you'll find out how silky smooth our hair is soon now.
Exactly.
Yeah. But,
conditioner.
Follow us. Yeah, definitely. I love the conditioners. Follow us on whatever it is you follow us on, and keep up with Cheney here.
On the Instagrams, Boom Boom Cheney. Yeah, be posting regularly about this. And
Take Down Tuesday and Throw Thursday.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Tons of other videos and the YouTubes, of course.
And I got the
page.
I got another YouTube's called At Home Badass, which is for people who like to train at home.
Yep.
And be badass, primarily for stay-at-home parents, because that's what I am. But for anyone who just doesn't like to leave the house, it's good stuff.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Well, peace out.
Have a great day.
Yeah. Until next time, please drink good coffee and keep your coffee regular.